Hello? 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 Just search.
And I go back, and then it's still not there.
Just search. It's always like the first search. The search.
So this?
Yeah.
It's the third one you like. Meow.
There we go.
Meow. Can you hear me? We have someone that's not plugged in. Testing. Testing. So we're just trying to figure out like a good, new method. I feel like I'm too widescreen, but it's fine. It's perfectly fine. It's no big deal. It's not a big deal.
We want to offer different angles.
They can just go to my OnlyFans.
See, for mine, it's kind of like The Office, sort of. Bone Dark,
What's up?
Orphanacon.
Boney.
Oh, so I said he lives in Washington State if he wanted to meet up. But he's not going to PAX West.
Damn, just telling everybody.
I was trying to avoid meeting viewers, Bone Dark. No, because I know a couple people that want to meet me. And I was like, fuck.
They want toe picks?
But Bone Dark's cool peeps, so I'm down to meet up with Bone Dark.
We can do a camping stream.
Cat forehead in 3, 2, 1.
Boom. Bone Dark would meet you.
Yeah.
So we'll do my topic, Jang's, then and with
Damn, ending with mine. Holy shit.
big stuff.
Big stuff.
Big
It's the
titties.
big stuff. Who do you think you are? Welcome back to another week of the weekly DLC. Fritzing out here. I'm one of your hosts, Kurosh, and always one of my co-hosts, Danny Vargas.
Meow.
Danny Jang.
Welcome to Walmart. Eat fresh.
And if you're not familiar with us, we come to each and every week to podcasting services of your choice. Two tables and sodas and cats of our choice. And we talk about nerdy stuff, comics, games, movies, everything in between. We each pick a topic. We bring those topics to the table related to any of the things I mentioned, and we have a conversation about them. We some of them might be like figuring stuff out, questioning things, speculating on the most recent announcements or news, and reacting and reviewing. And this is good troubleshooting because I don't have that camera on.
Yeah. I figured because I was like, it would show her forehead.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're not watching us or listening to us on podcasting services, you can check us out and watch us and engage with us on stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/theweeklydlc. Such as one of our friends here, Bone Dark, who would love to meet you. And he's a talented musician. He's a streamer. He's a friend of the show.
Orphan of cause.
He's got some hit tracks, hit singles. But yeah. So yeah, we're on Twitch, and you could usually check us out. We usually record Thursday nights, but if you hit the follow button, whenever we change it up, which we will be next week, going to Monday next week, and yeah, you can check us out on stream. You can join in the chat. You can talk to us, hang out with us. Recently, one of the fun ones we had where there was a lot of chat was we were creating our D&D characters, and we still need to coordinate and set up a time to do the actual D&D session. So I'm going to reach out to the DMJ now that we got that all set up. Dice are rolling. Get the ball rolling. I'm trying to think of what else to discuss. Got the stream up here on the stream. Or that's the stream. I got the podcast up here on the stream. The stream on the stream.
Got the stream on the podcast.
Just showing our page, our main page, but you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, or any of that. And the last thing I'll say is we're going to be at PAX. So I wanted to share that. The weekly DLC returning to PAX after a long wait.
Long 10 years.
Yeah.
COVID, 10
It's been years. McStabby's awaits.
Oh, I showed Beetle McStabby's. He's like, oh, we got to go there. I was like, what? No. I was like, no.
Yeah, we joked about it until we got there.
Worse.
I know.
It's gonna Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It'll be fun though. We're gonna be near the convention center, hanging out, meeting people. Maybe even have a panel. We'll see. I'm gonna put a submission in for us for the podcast. We'll have an episode there, maybe. That'd be cool.
Maybe.
We're gonna go to the after party, and you might see a dance or two. Yeah.
Or 3.
You guys might see Hot Marmalade come back.
So yeah, I wanted to share that, and then we have some topics. Like I said, we're going to be talking a little bit about a card game that's pretty popular, and we're going to be talking about JRPGs and whether they're open world or not nowadays, and what that could mean. And then we're also going to be talking about Nintendo Switch and whether they're going to switch it up.
Switch Plus.
Switch Plus, Switch Pro, Super Nintendo Switch. But before we get into our topics, if you're new to the show, we usually do this. We usually go around the table. It's been a week since we hung out and talked. We talk about what we've been up to and share. So with that, Vargas, how have you been? What have you been up to?
Playing Dragon's Dogma again.
Back at it?
What's funny is, so I played it on Switch, I played it on PlayStation, and I played just a tad bit on PC. So I was like, I got the PC, so I downloaded the game again, and it still has my save file. Surprisingly, I don't know how. I thought I would uninstall everything, but it said continue, and I'm like, continue? I'm like, let's try it, continue, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I remember where I'm at. I'm like low level in a high-ass area. I get one-shotted, and I still went through the area, and I beat it. I didn't even... I would have originally, I think in my first playthrough when I was playing it, I would have ended that dungeon run and I would have missed a whole ton. There's like, so you're above water,
Yeah.
and like there's hints to show that you could be able to go where the water's at. There's like ladders that go into the water, but you're not allowed to go in the water. Like if you go in the water, you die.
Okay, but
So I'm like, there's a way to get rid of that water, and I need like a special key to open a door. But I found a way to like jump around and get behind the door. And there's like a switch. When you hit that switch, it brings down all the water. And I found all this new stuff.
Cool.
So I finished that, went back, and I realized like, oh, that's right. That traveling in this game fucking sucks.
It doesn't get better?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
But so you have like limited stamina. And when you run, it takes forever to come back up to complete to run again. And if you completely deplete your stamina, you just stop and like you catch your breath, and it's just like, damn it, it sucks. But like the dungeon I was at is in the middle of like the two cities, so I literally have to just travel all the way back to either city. And I went back to the very beginning because it showed there was something there, and I remember like, no, that's the new DLC stuff, and I can't do that yet.
Dark Horizon?
Yeah, so then I had to go.
That's what I pulled up.
So then I had to go all the way fucking back to the main city, and I had to double back. And then when I got to the main city, I picked up a quest, and it's like, go back to that dungeon you were literally just at. I was like, you know what? I'll play this later. I installed Returnal because it comes free with the PlayStation Plus now,
Okay.
but I haven't played it yet. I plan to play it. What did I do? Did I watch anything? No, I think
Any
that's
movies, any shows?
it.
Anime?
I plan on watching Stranger Things. Plan on
Ew.
watching The Northman. Yeah,
You stopped at season 2, right?
yeah.
So
I
you're
need
going
to
to catch up.
I need to watch season 3. I know season 4 recaps, but I need a recap on season 1 and 2.
Okay.
That's it for me though. Not too much. Not too crazy.
What have you been up to, Jang?
Saturday, I went to Langer's. I've never been.
What is that?
It's a delicatessen.
Oh.
And we always go to Cantor's. But it's always the debate, Langer's versus Cantor's. And the reason why I've never been to Langer's is I don't know why they close at 4 p.m. They close at 4 p.m.
And the line. I saw your
yeah,
picture.
yeah.
That fucking line.
So that line is not normal. When we went there, it was their 75th anniversary.
Oh.
So it was
Yeah.
cool because I saw the owner
Yeah.
and he came out and he was like, "Oh shit!" And we didn't know that was his 75th anniversary. It was half off.
Oh,
everything.
wow. So you
Yeah.
got 2 sandwiches.
That's why I should have got 2. Cantor's gives you more, but Langer's tastes so much better.
Okay.
And service is about equal. It was, dang, that could have been my topic. Like, what constitutes good service? And like for me, like the bare minimum, man, is like when you're at a sit down restaurant and you have like a drink, either water or whatever, Diet Coke
Keep
or whatever.
that bitch topped off.
Yeah, you like at least ask like, oh, do you want another refill? Or Canters, I think they ask. Langers, they top it off. The service was, I was like, this is the standard. This is not even
like,
it's not the gold standard. This should be the standard. Because I go to places to eat and they don't even.
It could be days before
ask.
they like,
Yeah.
"Can I get water?"
Yeah.
I've been empty.
But they're like very on top of it. They'll look and yeah. So
Cool.
Langer's a
And
little
with
bit.
them being that busy and they're on top of it,
Yeah, Langer's a little bit more better service.
is
but
it near where?
It's it's near MacArthur Park, and that place is trashy. No, it is, dude. Like it smells like garbage. Like being in that part of LA. So I'm just like,
Garbage.
whoo. But yeah, highly recommend Langer's. Just go there before 4 p.m. And because it was like their 75th anniversary, they actually opened till 8 p.m. That was like
on
their
that day.
yeah, that was like their Black Friday, dude. It was fucking
Everything
busy.
must go.
But we probably
Half
waited.
off? That's crazy.
We probably waited like 40 minutes. It wasn't long,
Yeah.
long.
I guess I'll go after another 75 years.
Okay.
Get that the 50% special. You know?
Sheesh. By then, like a sandwich is like $50.
Yeah.
But, still Slain to Spire. That shit is fucking. I think I'm gonna like.
Quit.
Yeah, because there's no
I don't
point.
believe it.
There's no point in playing it because it's not the thing I want is the trophy. That's why I'm playing it. Well, I mean, I want the accomplishment of it, but I want the trophy side of it. And so, like, just playing this, like, what if I beat it? What's the fucking point? Like, I didn't get the trophy. Like, so.
So you're gonna play it on PlayStation?
So you're deleting it?
Think no.
Yeah, then he's not.
I think.
I've had to make those as tough decisions.
Well, I mean, it seems like I play Resident Evil 4. You guys complain. I play that. You guys complain. Like
I don't complain about Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, you guys did complain about. Oh, you're playing Resident Evil 4 again.
No.
Like I feel like there's no game I play that could.
Yeah, Fortnite.
No. The
We're
thing
always
that I
waiting
notice
for
is when
Fortnite.
you play Slay the Spire, you feel miserable.
Yeah.
You vocalize.
You're just
miserable.
like, fuck this
It's
game.
unfair.
Resident Evil 4, I just say,
It's like
you're
a
playing it
fucking-
again. This is funny.
It's that love-hate relationship.
Because you played it on every. It's like your Skyrim. Like how people play Skyrim on everything.
But he only plays it on the Switch. He
But
buys
I-
it for
But
everything
I
else.
like the pain, dude. So, you know me. Like I can't get into other games because of how easy. Like I saw like Beetle. Beetle was saying, "How come you didn't play?" He's playing God of War. And I was like, at a certain point, I gotta stop watching. He's like, "Why don't you play it? It's too easy." Like it's just the challenge of it. It's two things. I'm all God of War'd out because I played every single one.
Okay.
And the second thing is like, I don't know. It's not challenge. Like if I were to play Control, I feel like I would stop at a certain point. If I play something else, I'll stop at a certain point. So I feel like my taste in games has changed a lot.
I think it has for me too.
Then why do you still hold like? I feel like there's a party that still wants to like the God of War thing. You don't want to see because
I'll
do you
eventually
wanna
play it. I'll eventually play it, but
It's like me, you
Yeah.
know.
Alright.
I stopped
eventually
watching
it'll be
TV.
like fucking never.
Okay.
But like things like, so I'm streaming Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going for something fucking difficult. That 9.7% trophy. And that's what like, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And I look back at things and be like, damn, I can't believe I did 100% San Andreas. Like, I platinumed it. And that's shit. Whew.
And so right now you're currently chasing the Silent Hill one.
Yeah, I'm enjoying Silent Hill, and it's weird because I'm playing it on easy. I'm using a trophy guide. They said first playthrough played on easy, riddles, easy, action. And normally I wouldn't have done that. Normally I would have played it on normal.
Okay.
But when I was playing, I was like, this shit is hard. I was playing on normal. I was like, but then I realized I was doing something input wise wrong because I couldn't kill these fucking enemies. Like, kill them. They would always come back to life. But I figured out how to kill them. And now it's okay. I'm just going to go start on easy. But the riddles in that game are fucking tough. I remember in Silent Hill 1 on normal, there's a riddle, a piano riddle, and there's like a limerick. And I had to get hints. I was like, dude, this is like, I don't understand this fucking riddle. But I had to play it on hard with time limit and get 10 stars. And that's...
Power to you.
I mean, there's a hard difficulty on God of War. I really enjoyed it. The Valkyrie fights were fucking so good. So enjoyable.
Yeah,
do,
I think...
Do what Zach Trap does. Play with oven mitts. Make it hard.
Yeah, but...
So... You're going through just one of the songs, all of the one. How many of them?
Like 1 through 3.
Okay.
I realize, like, because I know people only watch me for a game. If I do a series, I think that's better. But I've been very inconsistent with the streaming. But when people do watch, like, I recognize some of the people. Like, oh shit, like. And then,
Yeah, you said prior weeks like they were like you were doing a Fortnite stream and they would say like, let me know when you come back to Silent Hill.
I tell them my schedule. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna break my schedule. I almost played Apex. I really wanted to play Apex because they buffed up one of my characters.
Lifeline?
Yeah, but I was like, I don't know, man. Like, it's weird because I say I don't get viewers on Fortnite, but I get 10 people watching me on Fortnite. So it's like I do get viewers. That's not the fucking truth. So I don't know. I feel like, yeah, if I play Fortnite, it's gonna kill my viewership, but it doesn't. Shit. But I will always play Fortnite on Fridays. That's for sure. And our guest is loving it, but
Fortnite Fridays.
I'm battle royaled out, man. Like, I've played almost every single one of them, and
Tarkov?
I understand why he likes it, because when I first played a battle royale, I fucking loved it. And I fucking did so I was playing my very first game last week on Friday. I play a solo by myself, but I forgot to switch it. It was a squad game. I logged in by myself, squad game. I almost fucking won that fucking game.
Nice.
So I took out 2 4-squad teams, and then it was the last squad, and the circle was so small I couldn't divide and kill them. Like, I would down one and they were just all rushing me. I'm just like, fuck, man. And I missed a critical sniper shot. But I'm like, dude, pros do this shit, dude. I'm killing fucking squads by myself. 11 kill game. I was so upset. 11 kill game and just couldn't finish it.
Damn. I feel like looking at how the game's evolved, something you used to be able to rely on, at least when I would watch some of your gameplay, was you could mitigate some of that space by building. And so you'd be like, build over here, take out this guy, build over here to take it. And like that element of the gameplay has shifted now.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone. So how do you adapt? Like thinking about it in hindsight, was there stuff you could have done, you think? Or was it just like
I missed a shot. I missed a critical shot.
Okay.
And then they all rushed me. I was like, fuck. And I ran out of impulse nades. So I had a shit ton of impulse nades.
Okay.
And
That's so
they caught
crazy.
up. Yeah, I tried aim trainer, and I'm slightly above average, but my flick shots are godlike. But everything else is like kind of like I'm like top 55%, which is not. It's like that. And I was telling the guy, he's like, pros don't fucking miss. They hit all. You would think they're high. You would think they're hacking. I was like, they don't miss, man. Because he was like, how did this guy do this? I was like, really good players don't fucking miss their shots, dude. Like they will. I don't think I'll ever get. I reached my cap in FPS.
Well, also I'm curious. Like, there's certain games that lean into the accuracy. Like I would imagine, like Valorant is one of those. Counter-Strike's another one where it's very your mouse movement and the gunshot is very accurate. But other games, like I feel like, at least in my experience, maybe you could shed some more light on it. Is Fortnite, regardless of my aim, like the shot spread.
It's random, yeah. That's true.
It adds a factor to it.
It is, yeah. It's luck.
So I feel like that can, depending on the game as well.
With the exception of the
accuracy.
sniper. The sniper is the only one that's like a true shot, but
Yeah.
everything else is a random spread.
Okay. It's still important. I feel like the accuracy definitely helps regardless. But Cole Marmoy's over here testing things out.
I need a
Thanks for the follow, Cole Marmoy.
Bone Dark plays Fortnite. He said it was fun.
Nice. You get squatted up?
No.
No.
No,
The
but
dream team.
yeah, Fortnite, it's good. I mean, I'm trying to get Vader.
What about
legitly.
the YouTube?
I do one a week, which is fucking slow, dude. Because there's 16 episodes of.
Did you see the new the TikTok that I showed you?
Yeah. It's weird because like after you showed me that, I was like, damn, what is the top Korean dramas of all time? And this is not even in the top 10, which is kind of crazy.
Currently?
Ever.
Oh.
Ever. And there's one that shows up, and I think it's on Netflix. I do want to watch. I was like, oh shit. I don't know if it's a movie or a drama, but well, I mean, the last episode made me fucking cry. Shit.
Damn.
And these are like, it's kind of crazy because there's only two times where I cried in this show, and they're side characters, which it's fucking crazy. Like when it happened, and it's like the acting. It's not even like them talking. It's the face. They're like, I mean, long story short, there's a girl that owns a bar. She's a side character, super side character, but her boyfriend at the time left to become a monk, and so like. The monk, they're childhood friends with the main character. The main character, like, he was going through some shit. He's like, you know what, I'm just going to go to the temple to meet up with my friend, the monk. And then, like, he's on the phone, and then, like, his brother, he's talking to his brother, and his brother's like, oh, where are you at? Dude, you're supposed to be at the bar, the girls' bar, because they're all friends. And then he's like, oh, I'm getting, and then the monk's like, he's getting his hair cut. Like, he's going to become a monk. Like, he's just fucking around. He's like, oh, he's like, what? Haircut? And then the monk puts on the phone. Is that your brother? Let me talk to him. And then the bartender girl picks up the phone, hitting the X. And then she's like talking, and the monk just like, he doesn't want to say anything because he left her in such a bad state. I was like, fuck, that's so fuck, dude. Just the facial expression. Yeah. He's just like, I was like, God damn. So good. And it's setting it up. I can see what I like is it's unpredictable. I don't know. So there's a girl she's playing politics. I don't know if she's with the dad is the main character from the dad from the Parasite family, family. He's the main character in this show. So, but he's likable in this fucking show.
Not the rich dad.
The rich dad.
Oh, the rich dad.
Rich dad is the main character. And I'm just like, fuck, dude. Like the girl, the second main character, I don't know if she's for him or against him, and I'm just like, it keeps me guessing, like, because it looks like she's for him, she's trying to get him fired, or she's trying to get the other guy fired. It's just like, God, I don't know how it's gonna end, and I know it's gonna be sad. And it's like people are saying, dude, just wait till the fucking ending. And it's like, yeah.
Damn. Excitement.
Yeah.
Samus is being banned from chat.
You're banished. But yeah, Silent Hill. I need to stream more. It's been very inconsistent because no sleep.
It's getting better though.
Like the weekends, shit.
You should do reactions in your sleep.
There's a sleep genre on Twitch. Have you ever tried doing a sleep stream?
I should, huh?
See what happens.
Have Bone Dark mod.
Show me a nipple.
He'll do it out of a tent.
I would really be curious what a stream would look like with just sleep.
I would sleep in my gamer chair, probably. Just like laid down. And would have my headphones on so the sound, you could use sound effects. Like fart.
So when they play a YouTube video where they,
that'd be horrible.
They're about to say a bad word, you're like, no.
Or make it donation enabled. Yeah, PAX West. Super excited. I wanted to go to Japan, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No?
Because did you read the rules? Like
for Japan?
You can only go with a group, and it's like a locked.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, look, not like a group that you have to go and set a schedule, and like this like set of people can go in.
Yeah,
gotcha.
It's like very restricted, and I'm just like, I want to be free.
Yeah. That's fine. I can wait. I ain't got an issue with it.
Oh shit!
Give it a few years.
I'm gonna. Fucking work is killing me. And I'm gonna apply. I don't care. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna apply to places that, because I had dinner with a coworker that I used to work with, but he left and he got
a much better
a 20K
yeah
like bump up, and he's like, I do the same shit we were doing before, so I'm just like, okay. After that, and also just fuck, dude, like just they hired someone I know for a fact, higher pay, and I'm just like, dude, I'm like doing like circles. Like I'm very comfortable with my job now. Like I feel like just being there, I learned a lot, and I think got to take it to the next level. But I think I mean, shout outs to my last workplace. Because of them, I think I'm doing well in my current job.
You got the skills. You're the Ben Affleck.
They're like, you got to save us, and you save the company, and they're like, you learned from us, you're welcome.
I mean, shit, I shouldn't air out like work trauma, but I feel like there's a pressure cooker between not me but other coworkers, and like I could hear them arguing and just like, and one side complains to me about it, and I'm like, you need to like tell someone. And I was like,
They gotta switch that release valve on, dude.
either
My personality type is not the kind that you vent to.
it's gonna blow up, or that person's gonna leave. I think, and I feel like that person's gonna leave. I don't think that person's the type to blow up, but personalities are just like. But yeah, dude, I feel like I'm very comfortable at my job now. Like I was late today because I had to do someone else's stuff. It's like, dude, you get paid more, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, dude.
I look at people, this has happened to me, not necessarily anything specific right now, but in the past, I'll have individuals and teams that will be like, I know for a fact they're well above my pay level. And they're like, can you convert this into a PDF for me? And I'm like, motherfucker.
I mean, I'm not even a year there, and people that have been there for like 3 years are like, Daniel, how do you do this again?
Yeah.
Sure, let me teach you.
I mean, people are different. Like, I'm the type of person, like, if I don't know anything, I'll try to like research it or try to do it.
At least,
like, yeah,
at
don't
least
just
give it an attempt.
ask for help. Yeah, I'm just like, come on, like, try. You know,
I like right now I've been in a lot of like mentor roles, and so the bare minimum I'm asking is like give it a shot for 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe, and then come and try to reach out to someone. Don't just go straight to someone, because then you won't like know how to look or search or whatever. So
I see 2 job openings, and one has a pension, the city, and I'm like, and I think it's like $30K more than what I get right now, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna gun for this.
Yeah?
I'm gonna work on my resume this weekend, and
okay.
And then you can set that 30K aside for All Supreme and
no.
For that,
Human Made and
Maybe buy a condo. I don't want to be locked down for a fucking place to live. And houses are. I mean, shit. I don't know. Home ownership just seems so far away now. It's possible, but it seems so far away.
now you aim for the job, it gets close.
what I wanted and what I still want to try to do is, because I've got like money saved up, is like buy a house, but then have people like rent.
Yeah.
Like the rooms and stuff to help me pay. But I would do it because I've heard stories of like when the people that are renting out of you know that you're the homeowner, things get weird. Because they'll try to like befriend you and be like, hey, let me skip this month's rent or do this stuff.
You set a contract.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna have someone like act like they're the collector and just be like, deal with that guy, don't deal with me.
What's crazy is before that place I live now, that I met a guy Craigslist, and we became pretty close. And after 1 year, he never like made me sign an agreement, but it was just everything was just cool and just like, it was good landlord.
Yeah.
I mean, cool.
The
I mean,
few
I could
and
have been as loud as I want, because like he was on the 3rd floor, I was on the 1st floor.
Oh,
in my
okay.
room.
Oh, that's
So that's when the streams were.
The prior one.
Yeah.
The streams are good, dude.
The Grand Theft Auto.
Let's go.
Red Dead.
Damn.
My brother, he's got a setup where he's got a place where he has an extra bedroom, and he was deciding on people to rent, and he got this guy, and he was like, "What do you do?" He's a student. he's like, well, what's your, how are you gonna pay rent? Like, I need to see something. He's like, here's my YouTube channels, and they were sizable and consistent for the last 7 years. Nice. And then I was like, what does he do? He's like, he has a system in place now where it's a flow. He's like, he just had Fiverr a guy to do a thumbnail. He Fiverr's another guy to compile every reaction to streamers reacting to Counter-Strike skins, unboxings or stuff, and he just posts these videos of reactions to Counter-Strike.
Does like best
moments.
of.
Huh?
Does like best of type.
Yeah, sort of, or like highlight. Yeah. Any of that.
Best reaction.
And he's just got he's built a huge 100K subscribers. That's and all
crazy.
that shit.
You seen the TikTok where you get Christmas music. And you get an animated fight. You seen that?
Yeah,
right?
I've seen that.
I mean, I think at a certain point that would work. I don't know. It's oversaturated now, but
yeah, it's crazy. And then, but the thing is, my brother's now realizing other aspects that he's like, I wish I was clear on with the roommate situation, and that's with him living there and having the roommate, because he's like, fuck, I didn't make this anywhere crystal clear. Like his parents, the kid's parents, just come and they come from out of state. And they stay just on a moment's notice. And he's like, this is not okay. Like, you can't just drop in and be like, I'm still like.
Right.
And yeah, so you gotta be careful. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories of like tenants that'll bring like a loved one, a boyfriend, a
Oh yeah,
girlfriend,
relationship stuff.
and that person won't cover rent, won't help with rent, and
Yep.
yet they just leech off of everything.
They just got to do a parasite.
Yeah, here's the peach. My old when I lived in another city nearby here, and it was me. I moved in, and there was the landlord, and there was my friend. And I was like, okay, I know my friend. I'll move in with him. That'll be cool. We moved in, and then they were like, newest person gets least priority on stuff. I was like, whatever, that's fine. I don't care. And then as it kept going, the landlord was like, my ex is moving back in, and I was like, oh, okay, we're splitting. He's like, nothing happened with the rent. We're still all paying the same. I'm like, yeah, that's weird. And then my friend, his girlfriend started staying over more often. I was like, she just lives here now, doesn't she? Doesn't pay rent. And then they're all like, them and their partners were getting way more prior. Like, I just kept going further down. I was like, I hate this. I hate this a lot.
They're not paying, but they're
1 year later, dudes
just
fade away. Kurosh, where are you going?
But that one was worse because the original guy who did it, he was the owner. He was the landlord.
Yeah.
And
he
so
was really bad at
it. Normally, like, it's vice versa. Where, like, you're the one who got the place first. You're trying to get people to help you pay.
Yeah, that too. But he was also, like, before the ex moved in, he kept telling us stories about, like, oh, my God, my crazy ex. She would do this and stalk me and did this. And we were like, dude, this sounds crazy. And then finally one day, months later, he's like, so my previous girlfriend, he stopped calling her ex. He said, my previous girlfriend is moving. I was like, wait, the one you've told us all these stories about? He's like, yeah. I'm like, shit. But the thing was, she was better than him. I kid you not. Like, imagine like there was like a little like mat in front of the sink and stuff. He would cook, and he would be like, I fucked it up, the omelet, and like it fell like on the floor, and he would just like have it in the mat, and then he would just put the mat like in the corner, and he walked away. It was there the next day, and I'm like, what?
He doesn't want to dirty his hands.
It's like I'm trying to be as discreet as possible. One of our old coworkers, like, he had a black eye once, and we thought his ex punched him, and we thought she was the bad guy the whole time, and then we find out maybe she wasn't as. Like, like people twist their stories and just like, you know what, maybe that other side of the story might be not as bad. Like,
for sure. For me, it was funny. It's been a lot of, so school was out last week, so I've started the new quarter now, but the work was like, kind of like how you're saying, like, it's just been like a shit show. And, I'm just trying to keep my head above. Like, half the people are saying, like, try not to drown. And the other half of people are, like, using references like, everything's on fire, right? I'm like, everything's on fire and I'm drowning. I don't know.
It's fine. Everything's on fire around you.
Everything's fine. And then, I mean, that's something that I think, like, as a society we're dealing with is, like, larger companies are starting to do the whole rumors of going fully back in the office. And I'm like, No. I do not. I don't know. Personally, for me, that wasn't the thing. I know that everyone's different, but I'm like, I like the idea that it's like case by case or like how everyone feels, not just like a one size fits all.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then that was that, and then I had something happen that hasn't happened in a while, where all of my typical plans for like a weekend day were open. There was nothing. I was like, I gotta do something. So I was like, I just want to do something fun. I don't even want to like think about like chores or cleaning up or organize. So I like my brother and my cousin and I have been trying to figure out. I mentioned Magic. We've been trying to figure out. So we had set it up, and we got the thing. We tested it out. We played for 12 hours.
Damn.
All day.
I literally woke up.
All
They're
day.
like, "Hey, you guys get on?" I'm like, "Yeah, let me just get some food." I'll be.
Is it because your cousin
All
spent
day.
forever making a choice, like an hour? Was it your cousin or your brother?
It was my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still give him shit about that, but we're like, we're more, we understand that because after that day, I understood how long games could go, even when you know everything of how to play. Our first game started at 12:30. It didn't end until 4.
Sheesh.
Then the other games went a little bit faster just because we were like, one person quickly got ahead, and the other two were like, fuck him up, like kill him, just annihilate him, like not even until he's like just when he's off the board. Then I was like, all right, this is fun because it was me. Fun. But yeah, we played, and then we kept going, and then my cousin was like, all right, guys, I have a hard stop at like 7. I'm going to a baseball game, and it was like 6:50. We just finished the game. He's like, I'll be late to the game. and then he's like, you know what? I don't want to go to the game. Like, I don't like baseball. So I was just to go hang out with friends. But I'm like, he's like, so we till like a little past 12, like till 1 a.m. we were playing. It was fun.
I've done that for WoW rating. You know. Like, I got a plans. You know, I don't need these plans.
My brother was like, I understand now, like, when you go to those places where they're playing these games and why there's such a smell. He's like, I'm just sitting here. Like, he literally was like, after a second game, he was like, it's so intense. And they don't shower. They just keep playing. And I'm like,
Stewing in your stew.
it was funny. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. We played. I was like, I just need to financially justify the purchases I've made. Just because. So I kept switching my decks. I was like using one, using another. And yeah, it was cool playing online. So that was a fun day. And then I finished watching Obi-Wan. It's finished. It's like a 6-episode like series. Might get a second season. They're kind of unsure yet. It was kind of whatever. It was just cool seeing Ewan McGregor. He was good, but the story wasn't super strong. But the last half of it, whenever it was focused on him and the things he's struggling with and who it involves, it was like, oh man, this takes me back, and like it pulled at the heartstrings, and like the last episode got me. Like I was like, I'm not crying.
Nah, you're crying.
Disney's kind of dumb doing the whole, what's it called, where they're destroying their own market. Miss Marvel and Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah, overlapping
That's
the two.
stupid, man.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
I haven't watched Miss Marvel, but I've heard a few friends that have watched it really like it. I just don't know many people that have been watching it. So
Supposedly it started slow. Like the first episode is not that great, and then it gets a lot
I think
better.
it's their highest rated Marvel show.
yeah, I believe it. Like my friend, the crazy thing was my friend was saying, and he was like, it's hard to describe, but he's like, it reminds me of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And I'm like, what?
How?
That's a weird
Right.
Like, that's okay.
You watch it and you see they're fighting and they're just like fucking switch out
Infinites.
characters.
Iron Man combo.
Yeah, and you're like, oh yeah, I see it now.
Watched that. Watched Obi-Wan, and then we went and saw me and Drackleton and Rainbow Shrimp saw Lightyear.
Oh,
It was all right.
dang.
Like I didn't have high expectations, but it wasn't the same. Like when you think of Buzz Lightyear, you think of Toy Story, and Toy Story
Yeah.
to me is like one of the top Pixar. This was not like in terms of story, it didn't feel like it had the.
Was Woody in there?
Huh?
Was Woody in there?
No, it was
It's fucked up.
no, it's like the toy is based on a person.
Woody could be the space cowboy. You know, like,
Yes, Cowboy Bebop. Pixar.
and he comes out like.
And then Buzz is like spikes.
No, the dog, the slinky dog.
Yeah.
Spitz-Spiegel.
It was so I can't tell because they're like the toy is based on something, but and it's this character,
Right.
But this character, everything that happens doesn't seem like it's in the same world that Andy's in. Like it's not real, but it makes me think it's like it's a show within that world.
Oh, that's what they're trying to go with. Like
it's
this is
a movie, and he watches it.
Yeah, this
Okay,
is a
that
movie
makes
that
sense
he would
then.
have watched and inspired him to want the toy.
Okay.
That's out of
That
this
makes
thing.
more sense.
So yeah, so it's its own thing. It's not.
I initially
in-
thought it was like he's an astronaut.
In that Toy Story world, that movie flops, and Andy just
Maybe-
loves it. Like
Maybe that's why. No, it wasn't.
That's why it's so bad.
So it wasn't bad. It was okay to good. The highlight, there's like in the trailers, there's a little robot cat. Best part of the whole thing. That cat stole the show.
Made you want to get the Stray, I think is what the game is called.
Oh yeah,
The one that he's got on his thing.
It's like a therapy cat. He's like, I'm here for when you're in between trips and stuff. A Space Ranger.
So they do
protocol.
that thing where like they have a cartoon in front of the cartoon.
Oh, I think we missed it because we were getting food.
Oh, so that the Stray one wasn't that then, or
The Stray is in the movie. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, he's within
The
the movie.
cat
Oh,
is
gotcha,
in the movie,
gotcha.
and
I thought it
it's
was
like
something
a-
that showed before the
No.
movie, and you're like, it's in the.
It was the best part of the movie, like the whole movie. So it was good. It was all right. And then I played a little bit of Monster Hunter Sunbreak before even today. It's fun. Like it just felt familiar. I was like just forgetting how controls work.
I'm excited because it's new monsters, like that one that you fought. I mean, it's a returning monster. The hardest one that we were fighting is the newest one. But then I saw today. I also saw news that the Silverwing Nagakuga, which is
it's like one of the following. It's not on the launch. It's gonna come on like
yeah.
August.
And like they showed it, and jokingly they're like, here's a render of it, and it's just a background, because it can go invisible.
Oh,
So they're like, here it
okay,
is, and I just remember, I'm like, damn, that was a good fight too. I'm like, oh, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna release more monsters that haven't been in this version. I'm just, I get to play a newer, updated version of Monster Hunter with like all these older monsters that I really enjoyed. I'm like, I might get it, so I think I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah, I'm curious. We'll see. I know I'm tempering my expectations. I know I'm not gonna go into it hard, but I know
Yeah,
it's.
I don't think I
familiar.
will either. We'll see, because the thing is
You'll
like.
go hard and fast.
That's the thing is, like, if I don't go hard, I'll just play it now. Like I'll play like one or two monsters and then put it away, and then like I'll just be like, you know what, I don't have an urge to get back. Yeah, exactly. So that I play hard because it allows me to play it the most amount of time, and then I'll still, obviously, when I stop, it's just a hard stop.
Do you know if Beatles ever played Monster
I
Hunter?
don't think so.
If he does go to PAX, we should get him to play them. Get a squad up, rank him up. So yeah, played a little bit of that. I played a little bit of Neon White, the new game that came out.
The game that got away.
Yeah,
And
it's fun.
okay,
I'm playing it on the Steam Deck with like the analog sticks. I think
Mouse and keyboard.
mouse
It's the
and
way to
keyboard.
go
Like,
for
well, the
that
thing is,
shit.
it rewards you for speed, and a lot of the things require like Twitch-like, like
Yeah.
aim your gun and then do its secondary ability, which is like a double jump to speed through the level.
holy shit.
And so obviously that's way faster with a mouse and keyboard than it would be the control stick. I'm having fun regardless because I'm not aiming for like
Now I'm gonna
S
get
rank,
it
whatever.
and beat it with control stick, just to prove you guys wrong.
all right motion controls.
Shit.
Yeah, gyro. So I played a little bit of that, and then I played something
You didn't
else.
pick up Shredder's Revenge.
Oh yeah,
It's still not out though, right?
is?
Oh, it is. Oh yeah,
Came
that's
out
right.
The same weekend
That's
as
right.
Neon
But
White.
you know what comes out tomorrow?
AI.
A
Fighting
boxing game.
games. Capcom collection.
Oh yeah, that comes out tomorrow. Yeah,
The multi-game,
Darkstalkers, the collection. Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of want to buy a physical and a digital.
I
just
got
to-
two physical.
Well, I'm gonna get a PS4 and
The
Switch,
Switch? Yeah.
and I want a digital Switch
Okay,
because that's a
So
game
have
you
it on
always
hand.
have it.
Yeah.
That's $120. No,
New job. New job. Who
No,
did
no,
this?
no.
Yeah, that's true. That is tomorrow. Fuck.
I was watching Maximilian play it, and I was like, "This looks fucking good."
Yeah, I think it looked like a good port of all this stuff.
It's older games.
was fun.
But these are games that are just hard to get to.
Yeah.
Some of these games are really hard to get. They're expensive. That's why I can't wait for the Ninja Turtle other one, the collection.
Right.
Because those are going to have some gems.
Some gems. Yeah. So
Shredder's Revenge.
Shredder's Revenge. I played a little bit of it. It plays really well. It's fun. They have like a cool they go through briefly like the combo system where like they just show you different abilities, everything, and then stuff. And then the last thing I did was I tried the demo for Fire Emblem, the Dynasty
That's another
Warriors
one that got away too.
It scored well.
reviews.
The 15 houses.
Yeah, that's the next one. And it played okay. Like I think, like maybe it was just a demo, but it like the Hyrule one that I played felt really polished.
Yeah.
And maybe even it's just that they had abilities to lean into that were like unique for Link, unique for each one. This one just felt very like just bland in some of the intro combat, but maybe it just ramps up. I don't know. So that's been most of my time.
Did you pick up the PlayStation Premium Plus thing?
I think I have it upgraded to that. Yeah, where it's like the old backlog.
They have War of the Monsters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with trophies. I mean, I have the game, but you know, this one has trophies.
I'm gonna start streaming and just playing them every classic game.
There was a TikToker. He's like, I'm a streamer, and he's like, I have a randomizer that has the full list of all the classic games, and he's like, I'm just picking a different one, and we're gonna just start streaming it and play it. So, oh yeah, my TikTok has been still growing. It's like I'm telling you, once it hits a certain threshold, I'm at 130 now, or 130
followers.
Yeah.
It's good.
134. Last I checked.
You got to hit that. I think 1,000, and then you get the live.
Oh, really?
The live feature. That's where it's at, dude.
I'll just put it on sleep.
So I've never
streamed this.
I've never gone out of my way to look at a live. Like if it goes in my feed, depending on who it is or whatever. But there's times where like I'll swipe and it goes to like the live feed section.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are just like it's a guy in front of the camera just chilling, literally doing nothing, not even paying attention to the camera.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, is this actually like a live, or did they pre-record this and they're just like have a live going so that they could just get people fucking going through?
Or it's this girl with her legs kind of open, but you can't see anything, but she's wearing tights, and it's just like, these.
Yeah.
I always get like, you know who B Nonstop is? Oh, he's
but
like
just
DJing.
It's
I always get that guy.
It's so hard to see whether it's like a actual like live or if it's like someone's pre-recorded something and that's what they're streaming, you know?
Most of the time for me, it's either been someone streaming and it's just like them, but not the gameplay, or it's just been like...
Or the best on Saturdays when the UFC fight's going on. UFC, I'm like, yeah,
but that's the same thing though, like the one where like they're playing but not showing gameplay. They can pre-record a version of that and just play that one over and over and over and over.
I guess once,
and that's where it gets weird. And they'll occasionally look at the camera and be like, "Yeah, like,"
no, but
they're fucking reacting to comments or some shit.
I guess the ones I've seen, they're like reading real quick. They're like, "Yeah, I'm playing this."
But have you matched like what they're saying?
Yeah. Okay. Like the question is very specific.
I don't know, man. Some of them
I
just
don't look at a lot of them.
It's very generic. They'll be like, "Yes, I do," and I'm like, "No one fucking asked a question. What do you mean?"
Well, it could also be that they're looking at their Twitch chat.
I don't know.
But the other ones I see is just like we're getting ready to go out, and it's just like we're doing a live in the meantime while like we're getting
like thanks Jeremy, and I don't see anyone named
one
Jeremy.
Dude that's streaming on Twitch, but his phone is on him,
okay.
And he's playing Valorant, but his monitor's like, really close, but I can't dock him for that because like sometimes. Rarely when I play Fortnite without the mic, me being close to the monitor, I fucking can hit my shots, dude.
Really?
Just being really close to the monitor. The mic it just holds me back, dude.
You can go back
to Valorant? Nah. I need to get sleep. Take a nap.
Just get the Game Pass version. Get everything unlocked in.
And that's the other thing. I keep meaning to. I wanted to first try the spell table thing for Magic with my brother and cousin because I was gonna. I saw people in Annika's Discord that were interested. I'm like, I don't want to like go in and be like, I don't know how to do any of this shit. So I'm like, now I feel more confident. When next time I have some time and they're not available to play, I'm gonna try and.
Next time you got 12 hours, you know.
Yeah. Well, there was funny earlier. Like we were like, okay, we'll play again in a week, and then literally the next day, it's like, guys, I am free. If you guys want to do a quick one, and like I was like, dude, I'm down. It was like 9 p.m. I'm like, we can squeeze a quick one in, and we start like going, and me, I was like, what deck do you guys want me to play? And like I pull out the one that they teamed up on me. I'm like, are you guys sure you want me to play this one? And sure enough, I get OP, and they're like, all right, it was 2v1 the entire game. I'm like, okay, maybe I don't want to play this. The hard thing though is, and this is something that I feel like we're figuring it out now. We're playing for fun, but you obviously are trying to win.
Right.
And so, but there's also a lot of things happening, and it's like, shit, I forgot to draw a card, or I forgot to tap. And it's not like 3 turns later kind of stuff. It's like that turn if you don't do it in the right order. And normally we're like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. But like when it's like a do or die fight right now, then we get like, no, dude, fuck off with that shit. Like, you can't do that. And we're like, can we like chill and tone it down? It's just for fun. And like we're trying to ebb and flow between the fun and the competitiveness.
Yeah.
You got to become that dude. End my turn. 3 cards face down. Activate.
But I mean, you'll just have to learn that there's moments where obviously everything's getting intense for all you guys. You're probably, pulling ahead with better cards, and they'll start calling you out on like, hey, no, you forgot that. You can't go back to that. Like, and you'll be like, all right, fine, whatever.
That's the part we've been hard of. I was like, do we be consistent? Is it case by case?
I think it's so. That's the thing is, if you guys are fun, it'll be case by case, because no matter what, you're always going to get competitive. There's a moment where it gets intense. You're going to get competitive. So the case by
and
case,
you're biased too.
The case by case is going to be the fun part, because if you guys are just like, let's always be strict, then it's going to be like, when it's boring, you're like, no, you're like, so I think case by case is the fun part, but it just sucks when you're the one receiving that case by case,
Because literally the turn before me, my brother had done something where we're like, yeah, it's because him putting mana on the table triggers things, and if it depends on when he did it, and so he did it in the wrong order, and he was like, I'm gonna switch it out. I was like, yeah, it's whatever. I didn't make a big deal.
It's exactly like fucking Slay the Spire. Yeah, there's like there's combos to maximize like your output, either your damage or like to use the most cards. And if you don't play it right, obviously the game catches that, and you're just like, well, fuck, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Because you can't revert.
Yep. Just save scum.
I can't do that. So then right after him, my turn came, and I was like, well, because of my abilities, I thought I read his powers wrong on one card. I was like, fuck, that's going to kill one of mine. And I was like, I don't want to attack with him. He's like, no, you committed him. You can't. I'm like, what? I didn't. And he's like, no, I was like.
It's like chess when you touch the piece. Oh, no, you got to use.
Yeah.
You touched it. You got to move that one now.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
As long as you don't let go,
Yeah.
Don't put your fingers off of the car.
So, do you guys want to get into topics?
Let's do it.
Okay. So, funny enough, my topic is about Magic the Gathering. So when we were looking at like the deck themes, we were mostly using pre-made decks, and they're each like combinations of red, white, green, different themes. And we've noticed, and this is something that I think I kind of knew in the back of my mind, is different colored mana. Oh yeah, I didn't have it up. Magic.
No, I just saw like there's a 3 thing. I don't know. Oh, that's your search.
There it is. Okay. The color wheel. Yeah. So let me pull it up.
I choose those paints.
Okay. It might be hard to read. So different colors tend to have cards that are certain themes or styles. So usually if you see white cards, they're usually like angelic, clerics, paladins, law, certain other things. Black is always like a warlock, sorcerers, vampires, zombies, that shit. Red is always aggressive. So then we saw that they use this as like kind of like a color wheel, theme wheel for it. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It kind of like shows you what you would lean into. Possibly. So I'm going to try and find a better resolution one. I think this one's better.
So how long have you been playing Magic the Gathering? A month? Less than a month? 2 months? 10 years? 15.
Well, the first time I played was in high school.
Wow.
Freshman year in high school, I was invited to join a group to do a draft. And that was what sold me because I thought it was going to be like my prior experience was Pokemon, and that was you pay more, you get the better cards. And I understand that's still the same with Magic, but I didn't know there was a possibility for what a draft introduces, which is you're all on even footing. No one has any deck. You make the deck on the spot. You pass the booster packs, and then you make something right there and then, and you do your best. And so it's like more on your skill set and less on. There's still randomness of like what card you drew or whatever, but it's more on what you made that day and not financially like what you put in. Which I appreciate. I was like, oh, this is cool. So anyway, my topic was looking at this color wheel, and we can go over it in more detail. What do you think either one color or combination of colors would be you if you were a Magic card?
Red, green.
So you'd be, let's see, red, green. So red, all of the things described in red is freedom, action, short-sighted, impulse, and chaos.
Yep.
And then green is instinct, interdependence, naive, growth, and nature.
Yep. They literally don't go together, but yep.
They go together. I mean, I've seen cards that are like that.
Instinct and what
Impulse?
Impulse.
Why wouldn't that go together? It's like you act very quickly, but it's based on like your gut.
Instinctively choose the wrong thing impulsively. Like.
Okay, so you'd be like a red green.
I think I'd be red green.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of like red are either like really big, monstrous like fire shit, or they're like the goblins, like super quick kind of that kind of orcs, maybe even dragons. Yeah, dragons. Okay. This is a short topic, so Jang, what would you be?
I always wanted a red deck. Red dick, huh? Well, no, red deck.
DPS.
But then I would do red and black.
Just real quick, because you said the red dick, bro, like jokingly. Mm-hmm. So in World of Warcraft, people will go like, we need DPS. And the other term for that is big dick. We need big dick DPS.
Okay.
And so, but that was like top tier DPS. Like that's not just like someone that is a DPS. We want someone that is a DPS, but is also best geared.
That's not
to max out the damage.
It's not rogue. Rogues don't do that shit.
They do actually. They're one of the strongest.
You steered me wrong, dude. I would have been a WoW player. Fucking A, dude.
Who knew what could have happened?
It is difficult though. They're like, it's like where you play a warrior and all you have to do is just whack people and you do the damage. And then this guy is the same thing. You can whack people, but there's so many things you have to use in line, like at the right time to maximize. And people don't know how to like micromanage those moves. And so not every rogue obviously is, just because someone is a rogue doesn't mean they're the best. But yeah, top tier. Big dick.
So you'd be red and black? Black being, and the ones that has listed here are parasitism,
my favorite movie.
Sucky?
Yeah, there you go. Immorality, selfishness, omnipotence, and paranoia.
Damn, paranoia.
That means it's because it knows he's the best DPS.
And so, well, that's crazy because it's like omnipotence, but also freedom.
He's free to be the best.
Yeah, that's true. And you were just saying about the Japan thing. I need to be free.
I need to be free. Free.
Yeah, I was trying to think of mine too. I think
read the blue and the white, so we know.
Okay. So white is morality, order, law, peace, and uncreative.
Okay.
And then blue is logic, technology, intellect, omniscient, and inaction.
Blue for technology, but the thing
that's literally the only thing I was like, the technology, yeah.
But yeah, red because like I would be like aggressive, and I would make like the short-sighted mistakes and stuff. And green because I would still like there's still parts of it that I choose to like really get down.
Yeah.
So like I try to maximize my deck.
Okay.
But then I would like impulsively make really fast like moves, be like, oh, I see you did that, and and then didn't read the fact that like if I play anything at this time, it murders everything that's on the field. Like fuck.
I think there's like a recklessness that comes with it, but I feel like if you're aware of it, you can lean into it.
Yeah.
So, I definitely see red as a part of my card. It's just I'm trying to think of what else would blend with it. I'm gonna go 3 colors because that's possible.
That's
Like
dangerous.
there's a dragon card that's every color. It's called like the something. It's like the emperor of all dragons.
Blue eyes, white,
It's fucking
red,
nuts.
and green dragon.
I would do red.
I can't read it.
Buy it. Buy the followers.
Stupid.
Got him.
I thought you were taking a picture.
Yeah, because you wanted to.
see.
I need to save the website.
You know you're
Yeah.
big when you could buy followers.
Got 'em.
So red, blue, and
Red, white, and blue. I got it. I get
and
you.
green. Red, blue, and green. Because I feel like I tend to make just decisions naturally. But I think on the blue side, I lean into the technology like heavily. And then on the red side, I think I lean into, I don't know if I lean into chaos, but the freedom. I feel like freedom and I lean into action and freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a blend of those 3. And that would probably be my color combination. The thing that we play is it's a different format from like standard play where you pick a certain card that can recurrently re-enter the battle and not just like once and it goes in the graveyard or something. If it ever has a condition where it were to do that, it just goes back to its like respawn point and it takes more to respawn it. And that's like your leader. So the deck kind of revolves around what your leader is or can do. And so thinking of this made me think of like that. What is the themes of what your like deck would do or dick, depending on whether you need big
Big
dips
dick.
or not.
Big deeps.
So yeah, that was my topic.
Okay. Jang.
Final Fantasy recently announced that the next game will not have an open world.
I mean, they got a few different games, but specifically you're talking about 16?
Yes.
Final Fantasy 16.
What are your thoughts?
Won't have an open world. I mean, I read a thing, like I haven't like read into it, but that they want, it's going to be big areas though. So I wonder if you'll still have a sense of freedom, not like where you can go on, anywhere, but when you're in a section, anywhere in that section you can go to, and you can kind of like explore from like, like everyone always kind of, at least the way I play, I'll go to one end and then just go all the way around and make sure I can find everything in there, in that area. And sometimes it feels like freedom when you can when you have a big enough space, that takes too much time to search. You'll just be like, fuck it, I'll just go to the next area.
Well, so you're saying, I'm not the most savvy Final Fantasy person. Were all prior Final Fantasies all open world? Okay.
Maybe, I don't know about 3. I can't say for sure about 3.
But like,
would you say so? The only one I can speak to is the remake, but it's based on 7 for that one.
And tactics is
Well,
not
yeah, not tactics, but obviously 7. I guess that's open because it's the whole world.
but it's like weird.
But that's what I'm saying is that like I imagine I remember there was always like with the older games I saw people playing was there is ways to go between big like open spaces and random encounters, but then when you're in a certain area it's like a closed off thing. I feel like this could incorporate or give you a sense of freedom while still being very narratively directed. And like I pulled this screenshot up specifically because Bloodborne isn't open world.
Yeah,
but when you're in a region, like when you're in like Yharnam or wherever else, or in the cathedral or something, it's like a fully fleshed out area, and I wonder if it'll lean more into that kind of design.
That's what I'm wondering.
Or what?
Because with Final Fantasy, you have experience with Final Fantasy VII Remake where
and that didn't have that.
You only play in Midgard, but that's the thing is that so when you play the original Final Fantasy VII, the game starts with you exactly the way this one, where you like wake up, you're helping Avalanche, you're doing that whole train thing in the beginning, and then the rest of the game from that point is in Midgard, which like it feels like it's a big area.
Yeah.
But once you beat that part, you get outside of Midgard, and that's where it's like literally becomes that open world. You can go anywhere, but can you truly, like, everything is OP if you go in the wrong area. You can't really do much in those areas, and so you got to go straight to the location that the game kind of, it doesn't, I mean, it's pushing you because it tells you like you go to this spot, but it doesn't visually tell you to go to this spot. You have to kind of find it.
What do you think, Jang?
I just wanted to double check something, but
Okay.
I think every Final Fantasy, I don't know, like one of the things I like about Final Fantasy is like the airship and looking at the world. Every Final Fantasy has had an airship.
I know 10 has for sure. I know 7 has. I've not played enough of 8 to know it.
8's airship looks fucking crazy as fuck, but yeah, every Final Fantasy has had an airship. So I just like, I don't know, it's part of like the exploration, and I mean, there's other ways to do it, but finding hidden stuff and fighting secret bosses with the airship. I just, even like 6, where the graphics are kind of sucky, but being in an airship, it looks cool. 7, it looks amazing. Like the OG one. That's when it looked fucking sick. But yeah, every Final
7
Fantasy.
took it a step further because you can breed your own chocobos.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's like the standard yellow chocobo, which you can ride on land anywhere you want to. There is a blue one that let you like ride it, including in water. And then there's the black one. The black one let you go anywhere. Like you could just
one. Black.
Was it the
Black
gold
did
one?
something, but there's the gold one is what you needed to breed to get the best
and it just you could go literally
The
anywhere.
best,
And that's how you're able to get to like the round
summon. Best
round
summon
of
in
the
the
table.
game.
Yeah,
Knights
round
of the Round Table.
Knights of the Round Table.
But you needed to breed a gold chocobo.
Okay. The other thing, so this game, this would be a first for the series then, like you said. The other thing that I think, and I don't know if it's been confirmed or not, is that from the gameplay footage that they showed, there's not really a party. It's you, and
Perfect.
there's some various summons you bring onto the field
Perfect.
to do things for you. Like they're your party.
Because that's the thing is like with 10, I felt I had to organize my party because if I just played with the specific 3, they would get over leveled and the other ones like sucked. And there's moments in the game where you need to use a
Certain
specific
dynamic.
character, and if you've never used them, you're fucked. There's one where Yuna, who's the summoner in that game, has a guardian, Kimari, I think is how his name is. He's like a wolf type character.
Okay.
And there's a point where you have to fight one of his rivals. And so it's like, no, let me do this. And so like, and if you haven't leveled the character, you are fucked on that match.
Well, I mean, they could lean, like, there's obviously the parties that, like, you have to balance a bigger party.
Yeah.
But I think 15 was the boy band one. That was like a set 4-person party.
Yeah.
This seems more as just like, it's just you.
Yeah.
Kinda-
So that's what I'm saying. I like that. I don't have to worry about the organization. It's just I can play the game with that character, and more than likely the summons will like level with me, so I can just choose whatever summon I want, hopefully.
But it'll be, I mean, I think that just further emphasizes, like, your topic in that it's doing it's doing things differently.
Yeah.
And whether that's showing a shift in how Final Fantasy goes forward, just in general, or do you think it'll be like a one-off thing, or do you think it'll, like, they'll kind of like go back to?
I think it depends on the success, probably. Like if it does well, they'll think about doing more.
I think it comes in waves. I think they do like, cause like the older ones are more fantasy, and then they started getting futuristic. But then like 9 happened, so they went back to fantasy. I think they're going the futuristic route, but I think in the future it's gonna go back to like fantasy and medieval times. And
This one gave me a kind of a more fantasy. Like, I thought 15 was gonna be fantasy, but then I saw cars and shit. This one seemed more like there's a kingdom and like knightly stuff. It was like all swords and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
but
I don't know.
not having an open world will not make it a bad game, because I always think of, because you know, I think of a JRPG that pops into my mind is Persona 3.
Okay.
That's like areas, and it's well done.
Okay.
It's so
And that's what I'm hoping for, because right now, with how the consoles are moving,
Yeah.
like they can handle a lot. You know, they could literally make a JRPG that's the size of Grand Theft Auto. You know, it's just like one whole map, and you got to go through the whole fucking map to do these things. But then they have to focus on making sure you lose a lot of the game because you focus on other things. So in this one, more than likely what they want to do is they want to focus on the game itself, and so they're going to do closed off areas, and they just like it might work out better because they can focus on things. So I'm hoping for something good, you know. To like his original question where it's like, you know, the open areas and stuff, it's hard to say. I've found games that are open area that are really good, and I found games that are not and are really good as well. So it really depends on the game itself for it to see whether it'd be a good game with an open world or not.
I mean, I haven't played any of the recent Final Fantasies, but I think the last good. I mean, just it's not fair because I haven't played them, but I think the last good Final Fantasy was 10. Okay. to be fair, or maybe 12. Maybe 12.
I didn't like 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
12 was not open world.
I know 13 was not well received.
Really?
No.
Oh wait, no, not 12. 13 is the one I'm thinking of. That's the one with lightning. Yeah, that's the one I didn't. That one was not an open world, and they like it just felt too enclosed. Because you would have like there'd be like a big tree trunk. Like, it feels like you can kind of like go all the way to the edge of the tree trunk. It was like a straight line to the tree, so you can only stay in the middle of the tree trunk, and it felt weird. Like you're trying to like run this way, and you're just like running in place, you know. And it's like, damn, I'm so restricted. I can't even turn around within this tree trunk, you know.
Would you want to see if and when they do the next Final Fantasies, one of the next ones, and they return to open world? What would you want to see be the same or changed? I mean, you mentioned airships. Like that aspect of it is something you enjoyed. Is there other things that you would like them to be like open world of this game style or this game? Like Elden Ring comes to mind.
Yeah,
or Breath of
I was gonna say.
Like, does anything specific come to mind?
Has there been a true RPG that's been open world like Elden Ring? None of them have ever been truly open world like that.
Like anything like a specific.
No random encounters. I think that's such an outdated. Do the Chrono Trigger style where you see the enemy, you can fight them if you want, or you don't. You can just walk around them.
Okay.
Like don't encounters.
They did that with Final Fantasy VII Remake. You could see the enemy and you just run up to it. I mean, you couldn't technically. You could go around it, but if they see you, they chase after you, and like you might as well. Yeah. But
I agree on the random encounters. I think that's an outdated.
I don't mind it. I've always enjoyed it. It's like a nostalgia, I think.
Certain game. Oh man. I mean, 6 is annoying because it's like
Pokemon's annoying as hell, but
step is
I
like
still,
a fucking random. You can't move.
like I feel like I miss it with
with
the
Pokemon,
newer stuff.
With Pokemon, it's not just fighting them; it's I'm trying to catch them.
Yeah.
With these, it's just let me beat the shit out of you for however long until I level up.
Right.
That's all.
But that's what I'm used to is the grind. Like I'll go like in Final Fantasy VII, the original. I remember going to this. There's like a mountain area, and I was just like back and forth, trying to find like the strongest monsters and fight them, so I can like start leveling up my my materia and my characters and stuff.
Anything else with what open worlds could bring that you would want to see them have in this?
I want to see like a kind of like Legend of Zelda or Breath of the Wild, I mean specifically, or Elden Ring, like that style of open world with like an RPG style where, I mean, technically that's what Elden Ring is. It's an RPG because you can level up. Yeah. You could, raise your stats. Mm-hmm. You get new weapons.
Change class.
There's NPCs. There's quests.
So I don't know how to like.
We have it.
The same but different.
Without
Same
but different. Well, just imagine instead of the torrent, you have a chocobo.
You know what? Okay, so I want Elden Ring style of gameplay, but like a nice concrete fucking story. Not some convoluted ass fucking thing that I gotta read.
Convoluted story.
It's not bad, but it'd be a nice break to just have one where it's just like, literally, it's like here's the book story, like just go through that and stuff.
They have that. It's called Sekiro.
Yes, 100%.
It's called Sekiro.
I still feel like that's not 100%.
It's straightforward.
I don't know.
That story.
I mean, there's still stuff that is hidden.
Okay.
But
so then, just to like make it a little more to the point, Elden Ring style game,
Okay.
but actually have a quest log.
Okay, so you like your.
I want my WoW.
Breath of the Wild.
You
too.
know, like
That's
It's co-
FF14.
It's coming.
Yeah, brother. Yeah,
It's coming.
FF14. There you go.
but I want it to be new.
Okay. Next expansion.
FF17.
Oh boy. Cool. Are you guys interested in this game?
I 100%.
Probably buy it. Just won't play it because I have 15.
Have I
Don't-
played every new
haven't-
Final Fantasy?
If it's regarded as a very difficult game, would that tip you over maybe or?
RPGs are really not. Tactics is hard,
Yeah.
but I think RPGs in general is
Since
pretty easy.
I mean, I get that it's RPG in like standard way, but it feels very light on. It feels more like a, almost like a Devil May Cry ish, more in that direction. It's like less RPG, but I don't know. Okay, so you're like pick it up, but not really.
Yeah.
I think
I'll
I've
buy it.
played since Final Fantasy X. I've played every game. Well, not every single game. I played 10. I played 11.
Stretchy.
I played 12 for like 10 minutes. I played 13, but I haven't played 13-2.
Why not?
I've played 14 because I didn't enjoy 13. I didn't think I needed to follow the story. I didn't. 14, I played. 15, I played, and I want to go back to it and beat it.
Okay.
That's the boy band one.
15 looks cool, but I just never played it. It looks cool.
And then, because I think I was one of the places that give you free games. I think I finally gave me the full, like the Royal edition, which
Yeah.
includes all the
I think
expansions
it's
and stuff.
PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, and then now we have 16.
I need to play 9 because every time I see a best of Final Fantasy, and it's Hironobu Sakaguchi's favorite Final Fantasy, every time I hear, I gotta play 9.
I started it.
I gotta play 9.
You haven't touched it at all.
No, I mean I played the intro,
Okay.
and it just
So I played the intro, and it's you like sneak into a play, and I got past that point, and I don't remember anymore from that point on.
Okay.
But it has one of the best, I guess, characters ever in a Final Fantasy. Unanimous. A lot of people say this is
The mage dude?
dark magician.
Really?
Yep. Well, you only played a little bit of it.
Yeah, but I haven't even gotten to that point yet with the dark magician.
Play it, find out.
But he's a character. I mean, like that style of character exists in Final Fantasy games.
But maybe it's a specific one. Maybe
But
it's the
I
first
think I think specifically that character, the black mage, like his personality, the person who he is what people enjoy.
Probably.
I don't think the class.
one. I don't know.
'Cause
Oh
that
yeah,
class
not the
exists.
class. It's
Yeah.
the character.
The man behind the class gives it the class.
Because that character exists in
3.
Tactics.
Yep.
Yeah. Like the whole like giant hat, you can only see his eyeballs. You can't tell what face he has.
I want to play Tactics.
I mean, you have.
I know. I should play.
The list. Kefka. The
It
boss,
goes on
second.
and on and on.
Guess who's number 1? Vivi. Final Fantasy 9.
Bam. Right there.
Spoilers. I know who Vivi is now.
You know. Well, if you know, you know.
Oh, great. I just read a spoiler.
That's how you read-
always
that's how you read
happens.
spoilers.
It didn't make sense. Like reading it, I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
He'll
kinda
pick
cool.
up a comic book. Let me just oh shit, they murder that guy.
He's pretty much. I mean, it's not.
He's better than Kefka.
No.
Got it.
I mean, not spoiling it, but he's the King of King guys. Just treated like shit all the time.
Is he the king of Kong?
No, my dad might poop my pants. He's about to beat the road record. Dad, I pooped my pants.
All right. Next topic.
Last one.
Let's go.
So Nintendo. So actually, you know what? Just to kind of what I've heard before, or what I've heard is PlayStation is planning new hardware first, like new hardware, not a system with new hardware, but new hardware, like new headphones and stuff like that. And it got me thinking that PlayStation came out early, like they're the earliest with the newest console, which is the Switch, and with just like newer information about like newer stuff coming out. What do you guys think Nintendo will do with the next console they do? Would it be like another handheld? Do you think they'll try to break new ground again? Not motion control, vision control.
I think.
What about
what I just revealed is what they're gonna do.
Oh my gosh, you already revealed it. It's fucked up. It's the what is it? That arcade table that has like two sides and people
exactly.
play.
Well, who needs furniture when your gaming console is your furniture? It's crazy because it's like.
Or what do you want to?
Not even we can get into that too, but like you look at what they were doing, and there was like. They were playing around with ideas. They're like, we're gonna do the Wii, and that's like leaning more into motion, but they still want to do the more traditional stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Wii U was like an iteration on that.
So the Wii was the white small box, with one controller, the Wiimote,
and the nunchuck.
That would come. But that came in later, though, right?
No, nunchuck.
It was right off the bat.
Yeah,
okay.
right off the bat.
Wii Sports boxing.
And then next was the Wii U,
which still used that stuff, but it also had like this massive gamepad that you could
play portably,
but you could also use with others. Like it was kind of like this weird step, but it was iterating off of the Wii. And then I feel like they took a big leap to what the Switch was. Mm-hmm. Like they were kind of toying with the idea of portable.
Well, you can see the steps like
it's all it is all.
Well, it's not like multiple things, but there's the Wii with the motion controllers. Then they had that's the motion, and then you have the Wii U where they had like the tablet that when you unplug it, you can play the game as that's your TV, or you can use it like for stuff. So that's motion with it with portability, and then boom, we got the Switch that's got the full portable with the joysticks.
The thing that I'm like, I don't know, like they have definitely hit on success, but I feel like if they veer away from this and do another big drastic change, that's a big risk. And it's
you think so?
I think they should just. My thought, knowing what I don't know, is that they should just improve upon this and make it. Right now, like the Steam Deck, its biggest challenge is availability. Like it has
StockX.
Yeah,
you could have sold it. Shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you think?
But I think people what they want is they can play God of War, Horizon, Red Dead Redemption, and their old like retro games, Elden Ring, portably. Like they want a more fully. They people there is a demand, and like everyone that I've seen talk about the Steam Deck. And my own experiences as well. It's like it's what I want the Switch to be. When I see an indie game come out on Steam, I'm like, I gotta wait till the Switch because I want to play it portably.
Yeah.
I don't have to wait anymore. I just I have it there. And so I think
I'll buy a Steam Deck just for Slay the Spire.
But I don't think that's the route Nintendo goes, because Nintendo is a family oriented, fun game device, or like that's what they plan on doing. So if anything,
I'm just saying like what I think. I guess. What would make sense to me profit-wise would be they want more games on this thing.
Yeah.
They don't want it to be like, well, now other people are getting in the mobile space. So they would want to make it so there's no barrier of like, I can't play these games on this. But I get what you're saying.
What's crazy is, I mean, not even to say that they don't look at profits, but I think they're so focused on their own branding, and they're afraid of like bringing all these different games that just like all of a sudden like what is the branding of Nintendo? No longer a family thing. So I think they're so focused on like their own branding that when they're gonna make their like a new system. I don't like the biggest thing I can think of is they stay portable, but they implement something else now. So it's either going to be something where it's either with VR. Or they're gonna really step into like augmented reality, which they've tried though. That's the thing is they've tried with the Labo, both the 3DS and the Switch have done things where it's like you can scan a card and you can see like the 3D space. Or with the Switch, they have like the Labo, they have the whole Mario Kart race thing where you play an actual cart and stuff like that. But that's too much though. You know, for them to always like every brand new game will have to have like accessories on the outside to play it. I don't think they'll go that far. They'll still do probably like the toys and stuff, you know, where you can scan it. But
What do you think, Jay?
They can't veer away from the Switch model. They should make a Switch Pro, more pro than an OLED screen,
Yeah.
but have same cartridge, but then backwards compatible with like a Switch Plus or something.
Okay.
Games. So crazier graphics, but it's also backwards compatible for old Switch games. But I think they shouldn't veer from this formula, at least not yet. Maybe after the next generation, but the next one should be like a Switch Pro Plus.
maybe that is a route where they have like it's a Switch,
Yeah.
still the same Switch, but the base is now like an accelerated hardware base where you put it in and now you get PlayStation 5 style of like engine gameplay.
I'm trying to think of like a way they could lean into something more. I feel like the home stuff, that would be one way to go.
Yeah.
Is like have the home setup be more souped up when you're playing at home, but when you're on the go, you can still go on the go. I think the other way they could also lean maybe at the same time is make more things where it can function portably interconnected. So it's like right now you're kind of only going on, and I don't know if this would sell well. Like I don't think this would be a good way to sell this, but make it so like Street Pass, like there was this interconnection. Like when you're going everywhere, that was a sense of like, oh, I'm going, I could somehow to further engage the mobility of playing this. Also, so it's like you're being rewarded for playing at home, and you're being rewarded or incentivized to play on the go. Like they lean into both of those because that's what this offers. Is it offers that flexibility. How they do that, I don't know. I definitely agree with you guys on the home thing. Make it souped up, make it like nice, and be able to not have issues. I'm trying to think of like what else they could do.
They can do like Google Glasses, you know, like augmented reality and
See, like they do weird shit right now already. Like they do the Ring Fit thing. They've done the Labo stuff. I feel like the Google Glasses would be just like a one-off weird
with
thing.
a new console.
I wouldn't. Well, not even with a new console. It'd be like we made like a Christmas thing. It's like everyone get your Nintendo glasses and try these 3 experiences we have with that glasses. I don't think they would lean their whole model of hardware into a really bizarre idea. Like they do come up with these bizarre ideas all the time, but I feel like they test the waters a little bit first before they like commit the next 5+ years.
Yeah.
Like, this thing's been out for a while. And like the most we've seen is like they've leaned into the portability with the light, and they've just kind of upped the screen resolution.
What's been their most expensive console?
Like at the times?
Yeah.
Well, I know the Wii wasn't. I mean,
The Wii was like $250.
Every console. Oh, I thought you meant profit was.
No, I meant cost of like the individual consoles, not like how much each console made, but yeah, like individually, what's the most expensive hardware they've had?
Probably Wii, right?
The Wii was like $300.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Wii
the
and
Wii
Switch.
U was more.
The Wii and Switch and Wii U.
Wii U is more because it was like multiple pieces. It's the system plus that pad.
N64 price at launch was about $200.
200, okay. I mean, I guess not go that far back.
Well, I mean, there's not that many.
Yeah.
200.
There's a Nintendo, Super Nintendo. You know, there's
300 for the Wii U.
there's Super SNES.
The Virtual Boy. That was probably $250, I think.
But it wasn't like
180.
Oh, that's not.
Well, at the time, that shit
Yeah,
was
I
like
know.
fucking. That was like a whole Dodge Caravan.
So the Super Nintendo was 200 back then, which would have been equivalent to 400 now.
But the Switch has been more than. How much?
Which was
$399.
300, 350.
300, I think.
Really?
Like the OLED is 350, I think.
No, yeah, but the one
the base.
the regular one, because then they have like the Switch Lite, and that one's cheaper. But the base was $400, right? $399.
No, it's 300.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, 300.
300. And you said did you check the Wii U?
Yeah, that was 300.
300. And the Wii?
That was fucking for the base model too. 32 gig one, 350 for the higher end one. The Wii was, I remember that one. That was like 250. That thing was like people were fighting for this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So then
That's hard
that's
to
the
They were
thing is.
trying-
Shit.
so that's Super Nintendo.
But so they have like a history of not wanting to price it like a sane amount. They don't break over $400 essentially.
Like PlayStation 3.
You know. So
600, I think. I think it was 600.
I remember fucking A, man. 500 or 600
for the more expensive
for
one,
the
yeah.
PS3 base models.
which I fucking like a chump butt. But yeah, so that's the thing is, I think it helps if we think of something that they might do, but that also isn't going to be super cost expensive.
The original Nintendo NES at launch price was
200.
180.
Yeah.
But how much did it
adjusted
cost?
price would be 428.
Fuck. Damn.
But for the current time, they try to keep everything under 400. Like with the newer age stuff,
Yeah.
they haven't they haven't gone over essentially 350. So
400.
I think of if they're gonna come up with something new, they're gonna keep the price range exactly the same, like between $300 to $400 is what their price range is gonna be. So they're not gonna go crazy accelerated hardware,
Well, there's newer ways to get crazy. I feel like the DLL or DS. What's the thing in graphics cards nowadays?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. DLR. I know what you're talking about. DSLR.
It can interpolate like a higher graphics
Yeah.
without actually
Like
having
using
the-
some. Yeah. I mean, they could integrate that, but either way, they're not going to focus on that. Their
Yeah.
focus is always like making hardware fun that isn't you just sitting down essentially. That's what they do with the motion. So now that I'm thinking about it, I think they'll do another console, like an actual TV console this time. But I think they're going to go all out with motion controls. Like, no, you don't have physically anything in your hand. It's like a sensor bar that can sense, like the way I think.
and then Navi is gonna be like, "Whoa, what are you doing? Hey, listen."
Like the way Microsoft has their
Kinect?
their Kinect is like a lidar.
See, but
So a lot of
naked?
people will plug in that Kinect that camera that Microsoft has into the computer and do other things with it because it can sense like through. But I think that's something that I think Nintendo might go.
Maybe
They'll do motion controls without having anything physically.
I feel like it's got to be good to the point where because people don't want to be standing all the time.
I mean, it'll still have a control. I'm pretty sure they're still going to include a
to
controller.
to offer the motion control without. I think that'd be a cool idea. It's like no matter what you're doing. Like imagine you're sitting down and you're playing Smash without any controllers.
I don't think it'll get to that point. No,
I feel like that's what it needs to be if they're really going to do like a.
I don't think so.
Because
That's too
otherwise, then
much.
it's just what it's been.
That's too damn much. Like imagine just like in midair doing
Not
things.
even that. Just like
No, I don't think it'll work that way.
then why?
I think it'll be so they're gonna. This is how the system's gonna be. It's gonna be a regular system with like I don't know upgraded stuff or whatever. Not insane upgraded stuff. It'll still have a regular controller, and then it boasts this new like camera that does motion sensing for you, so you don't have to have any controllers. And then they'll have fucking games that will take advantage of it, like the Ring Fit. Like you have to have the Ring Fit to play Ring Fit, or else you're screwed. You're not playing Ring Fit. So similar to that, it's gonna be like this. They'll have special games that hey, you can use our new motionless motion stuff with this.
Okay.
And then other games might take advantage of where it's like, hey, you don't have to play with the controller. You can get up, and if you do a chomping, with your hands, the shark will chomp the people in the game.
I feel like 3 games that could easily take advantage of the way I'm describing would be Mario Kart. If you could identify a right hand and a left hand, and you're just sitting there just like...
You can't do that because they'll be like, fuck, what hand is he using?
No, because that's how smart it would be is what I'm saying. It's like go through the calibration, raise your right hand, and it's identified this object as your right hand, this object as your left hand. And now when it sees them, it's like, okay.
But then what if I do this?
Then you're fucked. The other game would have been Legend of Zelda. Just like have your sword hand, shield hand, just like... Or a Metroid game.
See, but the thing is, so like with the Zelda,
Okay.
they had what was it, Skyward Sword,
Mm-hmm.
where like the game was it had motion controllers, but it sucked because it was like you have this one up for your shield
Better,
and you
though.
have to like swing. I
That
know.
was an iteration. That's what I'm
But-
saying. It's like take what they've learned from those and get it.
Power
to
Glove to Wiimote.
I think it'll be similar where it's like
Evolution.
it's stuck in that motion where like the game moves around with you like being like that and you don't necessarily move anymore. It's like the game moves automatically into the next combat and then that's where it like you do your motions and it probably does the motions pretty well. But
It's possible.
or
Do you
I
guys
say
think a second screen would do anything? Like I put that picture up, like the DS. That was a design they played with.
no.
No.
They might so
Games
I mean
took it, like I remember there being like a lot of fun games.
they
with
I think they'll still
Medios.
make another iteration of the Switch, but I think like officially their next console, I think will take advantage of like a complete like not having to have controllers in your hands and it just senses the motion.
It'll
see.
be
My
a Switch
guess.
Plus. It'll be a handheld for sure. They're not gonna
They should have
handheld where you can use a console.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they consolidated both teams into this. So.
The chicken Switch that's better than all the other ones. Call it Switch Pro.
Super
Steam Deck.
Nintendo Switch,
Steam Deck,
Steam Dick, like magic.
Steamy Dick.
Yeah.
With 2 screens, steamy dicks.
And now we're in the rated R part of this. Cool.
5-star rated R podcast.
Yeah, the only one, the only fans, all of the people in chat, including Mad Max 0079 ad, first time viewer. Thanks for joining in.
You think ad because he adds people or ad because he adds links?
Just hit the link and I think that's how you'll find out. Where can people find you guys?
Find me Cold Marmalade, all social media.
Find me in Silent Hill at the Last Bosses, except Twitter at the Lost Bosses.
Except on Fridays.
Fortnite. Darth Vader.
He's coming. You can find me at Kujo Prime. You can find Samus at The Weekly DLC. You can find us all at The Weekly DLC. Thank you for joining us for episode 278. We'll be streaming again on Monday, so check us out then for Monday's stream and in the podcast. And until next time, we'll...
DLC.
You later.